Hey guys, I want to talk with you about how to handle sellers when you have a listing, particularly when the home is not selling. A lot of agents are afraid to call their seller because they don't have good news or they have bad news or they don't know how to explain what's happening in the market. They feel bad or they feel afraid because they don't have the data. When you don't have the data, you feel like you have to defend yourself, when what you should be doing is educating and informing them. Let's take a step back and let's talk about setting expectations with sellers while you're at the listing appointment or before the listing actually goes live. This is where you can educate your clients and let them know what you're seeing in the market. Let them know what they can expect in days on market. Let them know what other houses are selling for. Are they giving concessions? Are they having multiple offers? And so forth. Don't just tell them, show them. And this is very important. We have something in our market called market stats, and it just allows us to pull data on previous homes in our MLS. It allows us to pull average days on markets. It even allows us to see how many showings the average house gets before it receives a contract. This is where you can really start to predict the market. If you can narrow down your zip code or your city and find out how many days on market is average, and then how many showings to contract is average, then you can back in and start to explain to your seller what to expect when they hit the market. For example, if a house has 10 showings on average before it goes under contract and it has an average of 10 days on market, you can explain to your seller we should be getting 1 showing a day. If we're getting less than that, we need to figure out why. And if we're getting more than that, then we should be able to expect something sooner. Also, when setting expectations, let your clients know what could happen on the market. For example, if the house doesn't sell, here's what we're gonna do. If we're not getting the showings we want, here's what we're gonna do. If we're not receiving offers, here's what we're gonna do. And that makes the conversation easier when that time actually comes because you had the conversation up front instead of when you're having the issues. The simplest way I like to explain it is every home will sell when price meets condition. As soon as the market deems that the price and the condition match, it will go under contract in the average days on market. So if you have a house where the price is higher than the condition, you can assume it will take longer than the average days on market. If you have a house that is below priced of the average condition, you can assume it can sell faster. And if it's priced right at its condition, it will sell right at its days on market. But what if the average days on market is 30 or 45 or 60? What can we do in the meantime to know if we're on pace without just waiting 60 days to see if it sells? That's where you can use that data of how many shows to pending and how many days on market, and you can track, are we getting enough showings per week or per month to hit that average days on market? Once you've set expectations and the house is on the market, the number one thing you can do to make your life easier and provide a better service to your client is give weekly updates on what's happening in the market and what's happening with your listing. Let them know exactly what day you're going to be calling them. Mondays after the weekend, or maybe Friday before the weekend, whatever it might be, whatever works best for your schedule. Let them know so they can expect that call every week. If not, they're going to be calling you anytime they have a thought, instead of telling them when you'll be calling them. These weekly check-ins are important because it's when you're going to be able to give your clients the data to tell them what's going on in the market. Otherwise, it's just you making stuff up, letting them know what your gut is or how you feel, or defending yourself, promising them you're doing stuff. And when you can give them the data each week, the data will tell them what's going on. The market will dictate what's happening with their house, not you. And it's important that you get that across to them. You can let them know how many new listings came on the market, how many houses went pending, how many closed. Did the comps go up? Did they go down? Did they stay the same? You can report how many buyers looked at their listing through a realtor portal. That data is available in the MLS. And lastly, you can give them feedback on the showings they've been receiving. And no showings is feedback as well. So let's talk about if it's not selling. Maybe we're getting close to the days on market and we're not getting the showings we need, or we're not getting any offers coming in. What can we do? What data can we gather from the market to help explain what's happening to our seller? The first thing is you can call every agent who's ever shown your property. Unfortunately, not every showing agent is going to actually give you productive, constructive feedback. So if they don't, you can call them and ask them to elaborate on what they meant, or ask them to give you any feedback at all, because sometimes they don't give you anything. You can also call other nearby listing agents and ask them what feedback they're receiving. How many showings are they getting per week? Have they received any offers? Another thing I like to do is I like to find houses that have gone under contract since I listed my house, and I want to call the buyer's agent on those listings, and I want to find out, did they show my house? Or if they didn't, why didn't they? If you think about it, they bought another house in my neighborhood. So if they didn't come see me, why? I want to know why that buyer didn't want to show my house. And if they did, I want to know why they bought that house over my house. This is real-time data from real live buyers that you can give your clients. And the last thing you can do is what we call reverse prospecting. Most MLSs will have this. You go into the MLS, you see what realtors have clients whose needs match your property, and then you can reach out to them. Most of the time, the MLS will tell you if that client specifically likes your property or not. Every buyer that's working with a realtor has a portal set up that they should be looking at houses on. When they see a house they like it or they save it, and the MLS will actually tell you which buyers did that. So you can reach out to that realtor and you can say, hey, why haven't you shown my house? Or, hey, your buyer loved my property. What did they think about it when they came through? Again, get real-time data from real-time buyers in your market. These are all tactics you can use to gather data from the market and give your clients the most up-to-date information that you possibly can. It's important to remember, if you're not giving them the data, you're having to defend yourself on what you promised you would do or what you said you would do. Instead, show them what the market is doing. Show them what people are saying, and it's not about you defending yourself, it's about us navigating the market. You can also ask other real estate agents, take a look at my listing, walk through it with me, look at the photos. Is there something that stands out that I should change or that looks adverse that we could help get more buyers through? At the end of the day, to be the best realtor and provide the best service, you want to help your sellers make data-driven decisions. Should we drop our price? When should we drop our price? What should we be expecting? What's the market telling us? All these things are going to make you a more valuable realtor and help your clients get their homes sold faster. If you have any questions about how to do any of the tactics that we talked about here, don't be afraid to reach out. I'd love to help you and walk you through how to do all these things. None of them are complicated, but they all make a huge impact when having conversations with your clients. Thanks a lot, guys.